Welcome back. Jackson Schneider visiting now with Kansas Jayhawk defensive lineman Blake Herold, and a guy that I'm a bigger guy now, but you make me look very small. So I need to have you around me a lot more. Have you been focusing on getting a little bigger and stronger this
Yeah,
offseason?
no, ever since I got to KU, I've been kind of focusing on that. Coming from high school, I played my senior year at like 230, so being able to put on that much weight and sitting at about 300 right now, it's been a journey for sure. Something I've struggled with was putting on weight, but I'm here now and I'm sitting at a really good weight, and I really like the way that I move. So
It's such an interesting perspective because guys like me and maybe a lot of people listening, they typically want to lose some
yeah,
poundage.
no,
What's it like to put on weight? What goes into that? A lot of lifting, a lot of eating, and eating right, right?
yeah, no, I mean eating in general, a lot of eating for sure, but and the lifting that kind of comes with being at KU. We're always going to lift, and we're going to lift heavy. So yeah, a lot of eating, nutrition, weight room stuff, all that kind of comes into play, especially at this level.
So defense is an area of focus for a lot of people looking at KU for some growth this year. I know you guys worked hard last year, just kind of missed the mark on a few things, some close games, maybe weren't able to close out as well as you had hoped. What's some big areas of improvement you guys have been working on to make sure this defense takes a few steps forward this season?
I would for sure say emphasizing on finishing, regardless of if we're in practice or if we're in the weight room, training session. Uh, with how we finished games last year, it just wasn't up to par. It's not what we want. We know we can do better if we close out a few of those games. I mean, we would be in a bowl game back-to-back years if we could just close out one more game each. So for us, it's been emphasizing how we finish. So yeah, like I said, whether it's practice, training session, kind of putting us out there, helping, making sure that we're executing when times are tough or whenever we need to execute late in the game, that can kind of translate over to game day.
A couple other your defensive teammates are here, Trey and Leroy, right? So, and hopefully I'm not forgetting anybody, but
No,
uh, you guys all I know are very motivated, and like we said, defense is an area of emphasis. But what's it like having you guys as a core group of leaders? Both you told me earlier you're kind of working on being a more vocal leader, but your leadership on the field probably speaks for itself, and you got good guys around you to help lead the charge, right?
hmm Yeah, no, it's been a great journey working on our leadership. All three of us. I can't say all three of us were ever very vocal, especially when we first got here. So, kind of taking that challenge upon each of us, because DK always tells us this defense will only go as far as we take it. So, us as leaders trying to help lead our defense and our team as a whole. I think we're all kind of taking that responsibility, like very personally, because I mean what we do is going to determine how our season ends up. So I think we're taking that the right way, and I think we'll be happy with the results as long as we keep doing what we're doing.
Now the schedule this year is a little bit interesting. You
Yeah,
got Mizzou week 2, and then you go all the way to London for a game against Arizona State, and then a bye, and then it's 9 straight weeks of grinding,
yes,
right?
sir.
So there's a lot of different preparations that go into making sure your body's in good shape, and obviously you can't control what happens game to game. But have you done anything to maybe help prepare you guys? Because you get one bye week, and it's
Yeah.
coming off that long road trip across the pond, and then it's a bunch of ball.
Yeah, no, I think the adjustments to that will probably be made in season. The way we practice, the way we train in season will probably have to become a little bit different than what we're used to. Like last year, I think we would only play 3 games in a row, 4 in a row, and have a bye. So going 9 straight is definitely going to be a challenge on the body and the mind for sure. But I know I think we'll be able to handle it well, especially if we've got some good things going for us. But again, it comes back to us as leaders making sure that our team is in the right headspace and in the right way physically. Making sure we're recovered and making sure we're ready to go for the next game.
Now, offensively, a lot of guys to be excited about. And I know you guys face off against them, in spring ball and in practice and things like that all the time. What should fans be excited for about the offense that you face every day?
I think they should be excited about the multiplicity of it. I think Coach K does such a great job shifting and motioning and all the formations and crazy stuff that he does. I think it's just so fun for me, I guess, or anybody that enjoys football or understands the schematics of it to see everything that goes on in just one play that he's running. There
Mhm.
might be 70 plays, and he might never run the same formation twice. So I think that as a fan, I think you should just watch closely what the offense is doing each play and just see how different it really is.
Can you speak to what things like that do to a defense and how much more complicated it makes your job just in being prepared or trying to know what's coming?
Yeah, so every time you make a shift or something, that has to be communicated on the defensive side. So if he's got two tight ends or like a down and a wing, and he shifts them both over to one side, we have to check into something or communicate that. And then he shifts one back over, we got to check into something else and communicate that. So them being so multiple is just going to confuse defenses really, get people thinking, and then the ball snapped, and then you're thinking about the formation or the adjustment, and then you're not playing football. So them getting people out of position, getting people thinking, people confused and stuff like that it's going to be so good for our offense and our team as a whole.
Now, what's it been like for you and your teammates to see the changes in the stadium? I know last year was really cool to get to see half of it, done, and
Yeah.
now they're putting in work on the other side, and it won't be finished before the season this year, but you've gotten to watch that whole process kind of come together and some changes in facility as well. What has that experience been like just to see the growth in the stadium?
It's been great. Definitely some rough times having no weight room or having no nutrition area or lunchroom, stuff like that. But I love the way that we handled everything and how the team came out of it. But it's been so exciting to see that stadium come from the ground up. I remember watching them tear it down, and now we've got hundreds and millions of dollars worth of steel beams over there and all that crazy stuff. So no, it's such a great experience to just kind of watch it, and then go from the old booth to the new booth is just a complete transformation. So it's been pretty cool to watch all that, and especially the facilities, all the stuff that we're in every day. I think we're in the top of the nation and all of that stuff. Our training room and weight room and locker room, everything is top tier, and you can't really beat it. So
Absolutely. Again, Blake Herold is our guest talking some Kansas Jayhawk football. And, you know, with the facilities and the changes to things on campus for your program, and obviously there's a lot of money that it takes to put that together. KU announced a jersey patch deal that you guys are going to be sporting a new little red and blue, I guess, depending on your uniform color that day, because you guys
yeah,
have a bunch. But a new patch that's going to help bring a little bit of money into not just the football program, but to all Kansas athletics. How cool is it as an athlete to see, the university, the athletics department having and finding partners that are willing to invest in you and try to keep this thing moving forward and make sure you're at the top of things?
yeah, no, I think it's huge that we're able to get that XRP, that patch on our jerseys. I think that speaks to the coaches and the administration for going out and getting the right people to invest in our program. And I'm so happy that we have great alumni and investors and everybody that invests in us as a football team and as an athletic department. You just can't be grateful enough for all those people that pour out all their time and their energy and their money into us just to see us win football games and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
A lot of people want to see you guys win some football games.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
excited to see you guys hit the field in, what is it, 58 days, I think is where we're at. We're getting closer.
Mm-hmm.
And, that means it's going to be here before you know it. This is kind of the kickoff to the lead off to the season. But what's something that you and your teammates have to work on just to over the next month or so to make sure you're ready to go week one?
A lot of keeping the body healthy, keeping the body in the right state to make sure that you got to go through camp. I mean, there's no way around fall camp. It's gonna do a number on your mind and your body, but just making sure that we're good and our bodies are right and our minds are right. Being able to execute on a daily basis, I think that's going to be huge for us uh, as a team and a defense for sure.
Awesome. Blake, couple quick hitters. Some fun stuff,
Let's
okay?
try it.
The most exciting defensive player for Kansas this year outside of yourself, because you're exciting enough, but who's one of your teammates that's the most exciting that people will be, having a blast watching this year?
I think Leroy Harris, guy here with us today. I think he's gonna make some noise for sure with his size and speed and the ability that he has on the edge and out there. So
All right, Kansas offensive line. Cam's here today, and I know he's very talented, but who's one offensive lineman you go up against all the time that's somebody to watch as well?
Calvin for sure, but also Amir Herring, great hands. I think that he's so good in the pass. I think he he can mix up his sets and mix up hand placements and stuff like that. So I think he's an underrated player on our offensive line for sure, especially in the pass.
I think I called him Cam. I apologize for
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I knew it was Calvin. My
Yeah.
bad. Too many guys around here.
Too
My
many
head's in,
C's.
in a blender. That too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But one last thing for the fans that are still, like I said, getting very, very excited. Like one game. Let's pick a game. What game are you the most excited for? What can fans be most excited for one of those games on the schedule this year?
I'll just say LIU, the first game, being able to be in the booth with as renovated as it can be. I think just that first game always has some electricity to it for sure, and I think it's going to be a good momentum builder for us. If we can go out there and get the W, and then we move on to game 2 and take it game by game, and then before you know it, you're game 12 and you're playing for the chip. So
all right, Blake, I appreciate the time
Yeah.
today, man. Enjoy your time. I know it's been a long day
Yeah.
for you, but enjoy it. Take it all in, and we'll talk again soon.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Blake Herold, Kansas Jayhawk defensive lineman. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.